invention. I will be your host today. According to the Pew Research Center's Internet and American Life Project survey conducted on July 20th, 2012, technology, especially the internet and social media, have impacted the arts of today and has even increased the engagement in arts. This year we have 3 up-and-coming artists who rely on technology to craft their art. That is 3 more than last year. Technology gives us endless amount of possibilities of where art can go. In an article I read in Smithsonian Magazine on November 28th, an artist named Eric Stanley says that technology makes him feel more, not less, connected to what he's created. Today, our presenters will share the latest in their fields of visual arts, DJing, and vocalics. Our first presenter today, Mr. Hild, will talk to us about the latest in visual arts.
Thank you. The first and most obvious way computers have impacted visual arts is in their advancements in 3D art. Tools such as 3ds Max, Blender, and ZBrush allow 3D modeling to be much more accessible to a wider range of people. Video game engines such as Unity 3D and Unreal also allow more people to get into 3D art and video games. 3D graphics are used by architects and designers as well as artists, and 3D printing could change the way we design and manufacture goods. The internet has also allowed for a large community of artists. Sites like Sketchfab and the Unity Asset Store allow artists to share their artwork and sell it. The second way computers have affected visual arts is through the development of digital painting. I brought my tablet here today. Very nice. Programs such as Adobe Photoshop and Corel Painter provide artists with much more power than they might have in a traditional medium. There's also plenty of free programs like Krita, which allow digital painting to be very accessible. And Adobe Illustrator allows designers to create vector images which are perfect for logos because of their scalability. This is according to an article by Rowan, accessed on the 29th of November, 2015. Digital painting has become very accessible, and computer graphics are becoming a part of our everyday life. Computer-generated images may be able to represent complex mathematical relationships better than language. This is according to the influence of computer graphics on art and society, also accessed on the 29th. And sites such as DeviantArt allow artists to share their work and receive feedback.
Good stuff. Our next presenter, Ms. Villalobos, will educate us about the science of DJing.
Okay. Hello all. Today I'll be presenting the basic functions of a controller. That is what I have here. These right here are jogger wheels. A lot of you might call them turntables, but turntables are actually the vinyl record players. These here are called jogger wheels. They have different functions to them. So here we have a screen of what the actual program that I'm using looks like. You don't precisely have to get this program. This is more like a basic program. It's called Virtual DJ. It usually comes when you get your controller. But the way it works is you would just, it comes with this cord here, so you just place this one in the USB, and then you put it up to the controller. And this controller actually only has a USB cord, which is kind of weird because you also need headphones in order to set this up. So once it is connected, you will know because it will start blinking with all the lights that it has on it. That's how you'll know when it's connected. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the actual buttons on my Newmark MixTrack Pro 2. That's also the name of this controller, by the way, sorry. It's just a basic controller. You know, once you step your game up and start improving on stuff, you can go ahead and move up. And, you know, once you get to vinyls and stuff, then, you know, you pretty much know your stuff. Because if not, you suck. But, yeah, so here it just gives you the timings. Here, actually, it's supposed to say beats per minute. It says it on my screen. Unfortunately, I didn't load anything here. Here, actually, we call these crates. You can name them crate 1, 2, 3, 4, depending on what party you're going to play, or, you know, whatever kind of a crowd you have, you can base that off of here. But I personally like to label mine as far as what kind of genre. So that's what that is. And then here are where your songs will appear. This here is your first deck, and this here is your second deck. What that means is this is where your first song is going to be playing. This is where your second song is going to be playing. So this here is actually what switches your decks from song to song. I can go ahead and show you that really quick. Let me see here. So, okay. So, the first deck, or I'm sorry, this is actually deck B. I like using this one better. So this is obviously the play button. You hit play, it starts playing. Or you can actually speed it up. And then right here is actually the how fast you can go and how slow you can go. So all based on what you're doing. But enough of that. Yeah, this is your play and pause button, and this is your cue here. You can obviously, let me show you. This is your stutter button. So, I mean, these buttons really aren't meant to just be pushed. If you do, you will sound very bad. You kind of have to have an ear for it, or you know, practice. Over time, you'll go ahead and get it. I'm still, you know, practicing myself. Also, these buttons here are your scratch buttons. You can probably see them, oh, they can't really see them that good on there. But what this really much is, here, I'll show you what it is. So when this isn't lit up, it basically does this. It just slows down the audio. And when I do decide to push this button on, for example, it does something like this. So that's pretty much what the scratch does. So as long as this is on, the scratch button is on, you'll be able to scratch. But once it's off, it'll just slow down the audio, as you guys saw before. And then for the next song, let's see, for example, here it's on the first deck, or the second deck. This is your first deck. So what I was saying earlier about switching the songs. See, on this one. So that's pretty much the functions of those. These here are your four. These do more of a sound effects, or this one actually broke behind stage, so I will not be playing this one today. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. We're having technical difficulties there. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so I'll show you what these do. For example. That's what this one does. And this one, a lot of DJs use this. If you hold this down, it will stop everything. So you gotta know how to use it. This one is the difficult one that we're having issues on. And another cool feature that this holds is also how you can glare it. So yeah. So yeah, it's not really about the actual material. or equipment that you have. It's more based off of the practice, and over time, if you practice does make perfect. So that's that.
Alright, so how many of you here have heard of Vocaloid? Nobody? Alright, you guys. Alright, so once you've heard that name, how many of you guys here think it's an autotune software? Well, I'm here to tell you opposite-wise. According to an article by Lindsley Zolan, Access November 29, 2015, today I will be able to tell you what Vocaloid is, how long it's been around, and how does it work. Well, Vocaloid is actually a software program that actually creates music. It's not an autotune software. So how long has Vocaloid been around? Vocaloid has been around since the early 2000s. It gained more popularity in 2005 with the release of Mako and Kaito. And I'm pretty sure you guys are all wondering, how does it work? Vocaloid is a software program that takes voice samples from actual singers and voice actors. They put them into the program, and then producers and musicians are able to use that program as a singing voice. Now I will play you a video. How Vocaloid